All right. So this video's long. Let me first get that out of the way. But it's an important video because it goes over all of the PTS changes, and the big one being the commander skills rework. I focus mostly on battleships in this one, but close to the end we take a look at cruisers, destroyers, and carriers just to see what the new skills are like from those ships' perspectives. But my main focus is on the battleship side because that's, I think, the biggest change in all of this. So I've added chapters into this video, so along the timeline you can just see where things are at and skip to where you want to. I'm not going to be offended. It's a gigantic video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you learned something. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? We need to go to a little thing called the World of Warships dev blog. This is an excellent question, by the way. Why didn't you conduct a separate test for new commander skills? This was not helpful. This is not a helpful thing to do a private test on a massive change that's going to affect literally every ship in the entire game. So, this is a great question too. Why are you making such a big change when the current system works just fine? There are several main reasons for this change. The majority of ships often only have one effective build. That is true. I would totally agree with this statement right here. By adding new skills and changing old ones, we want to give players a choice between different and effective builds for different playstyles. Yeah, that's a good reason to change things. I think that's a good reason to change things. So, like, more diversity in the game is a good thing. For, like, the same ship to have multiple options, right? Like, to know when you're fighting a ship exactly what its build is and exactly what its specifications are isn't very interesting. The problem is, I think this diversity and change is literally only going to make long-range builds better. There's nothing to help people push in. I really think that's going to happen. So we'll see. That's my initial impression, is they're only going to buff long-range campy playstyles, and they're not going to do anything for people who want to push in. That's my initial thoughts, but we don't know yet. So let's keep going. Aha, so they are addressing this. I figured they would. So, all right, let's read it. Let's just make sure. Let's make sure they're actually doing the change that I want them to do. These ships won't be able to increase their firing range with these skills. We've planned to check their efficiency after skill system update and then make a decision about the changes directly to premium and special ships. However, also thanks to your comments, they're listing. Kind of listing. We've decided to increase Atlanta's base firing range 20%. Okay, so that's just the AFT thing. This is exactly what they did with Kutuzov, by the way. Welding the skill to the ship, that's fine. We're planning on improving Colbert's accelerate. Oh, so Colbert won't get any range increase. Oh, it's just going to become a cancer speed juker. Oh, that's horrible. Colbert was already really good at speed juking. And they buffed the heal. So the Colbert is actually going to be nuts. That's going to suck to deal with, man. Flint and Smolensk don't require such a preemptive change. Oh, no. I totally agree with Smolensk not needing it. I totally agree with that. But Flint? Who thinks Flint is overpowered now? With all the armor that can that's going to shatter Flint shells. And how floaty they are. Like, sure, it's got smoke. And Atlanta doesn't. So it's better than at Atlanta right now. But, like... And the matchmaker that you're always against tier 9s. Survivability skills won't be available for cruisers, thus lowering your survivability of big cruisers. Or lowering the survivability of big cruisers. Big cruisers are distinguished from standard ones by thicker armor, bigger caliber guns, but they have a weak spot, long fires. This weakness could be bypassed by skills. That's true. We want to split big and standard cruisers in the new skill system. Big ones will have their strength in armor and shells, but fires will be their weakness, and this is how standard cruisers will be able to counter them. Why is Wargaming so, in love with dot damage? Why is Wargaming so in love with dot damage? I hate dot damage. It's the least rewarding type of damage. It's the, oh hey, I out RNG'd you, and now you take a bit of dot damage. Okay, here we go. This is my complaint. This is my complaint right here. Let's see what they're going to do. We don't plan to lower the efficiency of secondary focus ships. So why did you lower the accuracy? That makes zero sense. We understand that they'll have a shift in gameplay. If previously you could focus fire on one target with increased accuracy, no, 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 no. Okay, I hope I'm wrong. Now you'll be able to fight several enemies at once on either side of your ship. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay? Here's the problem. Okay? Only idiots want to have secondaries fire from both sides. Only bad players want this. Okay? Because anybody who's smart knows that if you're caught in between two enemies, you're dead. You're just dead. Right? Like, come on, dude. This is why I think wargaming is so dumb and why they don't play their own game. Because anybody that actually plays secondary builds, and I think I am one of the better... I think I have some of the most experience in secondary builds at a high level. I think. This is like my thing, right? So if anybody is going to have like experience to talk about this, I think it's going to be me. And this is an awful change. I don't care what the base range is. I do not care what the range is with the full build, even if it's, wow, 12.5. Doesn't matter. Okay? This is the problem with battleships as well. Okay? It does not matter how many shells you fire. All that matters is the number of shells that hit the target. That's it. Who cares if I'm firing 1,000 shells every second if they don't hit anything? Who cares? Who cares? Like, for real, who cares? All that matters is the number of hits. And that's why Ohio, Georgia, and Massachusetts have been the best secondary ships in the game for a long time. Because they hit the target way more often than any other secondary in the game. Aside from Graf Zeppelin. Let's just not worry about that for now. Oh my goodness, I'm so sad that this is actually going through, man. I'm so sad. We're increasing the secondaries range so their efficiency will be improved. But you have no accuracy, so it's just going to splash all around everything at 12.5. Besides, skills for secondary guns will now require fewer skill points. I guess that's a fine point. It's so sad, dude. That's so sad. Okay. What's the range going to be? German, French. 8.3 base, 12.5 fully upgraded. Which is a substantial buff, right? Like, Kurfürst was 11.7. Going to 12.5 is a pretty solid buff in range. Isn't the difference like one skill point? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is one skill point. Yeah. Yeah. So, I think what they're probably saying, it's 3 skill points, because they're going to say, well, now you have 2 extra skill points, and we reduce the requirement by 1 skill point. So you get 3 extra, right? If ship's base secondary firing range was higher than specified, it won't be lowered. Also, ship detection range is a limiting factor for secondary battery range. The maximum possible secondary firing range cannot exceed the minimum possible detection range of the ship. Oh, so no more secondary stealth firing. We'll watch how the updated skills for secondaries work. If they won't be affected, though, we'll take measures. Effective, though, we'll take measures. I'm so sad about this. like I said, it's all that matters is the number of shells that hit. Okay? If you have 12.5 kilometers of secondary range and you hit 0 shells, does it matter that you have 12.5 kilometers of range? Right now, there are a couple of cruisers in the game that can focus on secondaries. However, for almost the whole class, secondary-related skills won't be effective. If more cruisers like this were to be added, we would consider changes. What? Hold on. Did they not just say right here, the majority of ships only have one effective build? By adding new skills and changing old ones, we want to give players a choice between different and effective builds for different playstyles. And then they are down here saying, yeah, no, we're removing the secondary cruiser playstyle. Is that real? See, it's things like this that really make me think this company is not very smart. It really makes me think that this company is not very smart, dude. Like, that's incredible. Like, that's actually incredible. Removing the entire secondary cruiser playstyle, which I did as a meme, but it's kind of fun. Like, I did it on Hindenburg and Stalingrad and a couple others. Like, it's kind of fun. You're encouraging long-range gameplay by adding the marksman skill. We don't believe that this hurts the game because you don't play it. Insert because you don't play it after this line. Choosing a playstyle does not depend on one skill, but on a player's preferences and a ship's basic parameters. Besides, we're adding new options for aggressive builds. What options? What in your new skill tree is helping me survive at close range against high explosive spam? Or CVs? Or destroyers? Okay, dude. This is so sad. I can't believe this is real. You know what? This is good. This is trash. This is trash. This is hot garbage. More trash. More trash. This is fine. This is good change. Like, this is fine in a vacuum. This is fine. But the problem is, they've clearly demonstrated below that they don't want to give players a choice between different and effective builds for different playstyles. They're removing secondary cruisers entirely. So, like, Siegfried, which you can either play as a super accurate stealthy boat or a, like, all-in secondaries kind of thing, is no longer getting that option. That's terrible. Alright. Well, that's a disappointing dev blog. Okay. Alright. Let's just start with the one that everybody knows. This, I'm glad this skill still exists. I'm very glad this skill still exists. Fighter consumable reload time. Spotter aircraft reload time. Reload time of defensive fire. Reload booster. Wow. So this is Jack of all trades, but like cranked up. Jack of all trades used to be 5%. Except this doesn't affect heals or damage controls. Interesting. Reload time of damage control and repair party is 3%? 3%. Okay. Watchful eye. Okay. Preventive maintenance. Okay, so the realistically, the useful skills here are gun feeder and preventive maintenance specialist. I think. This is useless. 3% is useless. Right, like, I never take this at... I didn't take this when it was 10% Jack of all trades on 2 points a lot of the time. Right? Like, 3% for 1 point, I'm not going to take. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to take that. So, I will take either one of these. Probably this one first. Because you just need to be able to switch to HE in the current meta. I haven't played Heisen yet, no. 20% traverse speed. Is that what it is currently? No. No, currently it's how many degrees per second. So this is a massive nerf to Yamato? Maybe? Maybe? So IFHE is cheap. That's neat. So on your secondary... Okay, so your secondary IFHE build... Secondary IFHE build is cheaper. I'll give them that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Action time of hydro, radar, smoke, and engine boost. Plus 10. Huh. Interesting. With the special modules, you might be able to get some really nasty consumable active times. That's interesting. Vigilance cheaper, that's cool. I never really used it. Can't pen what you can't hit though? True, dude. So true. Keen eye detection indicator shows the number of opponents that are directly targeting you. So priority target is 2 points now. And I wasn't even using it at 1 point. Like, for the most part, I was not using this skill at 1 point. And now it's 2 points. That's a weird change, but I feel like everybody uses it. I've just gotten so used to not using it. Continuous AA damage. Ah. So is an AA build more reasonable now? Torpedo protection. So the interesting thing is, this is 10%, but it's a percentage change to your percentage. So if your torpedo protection is 40%, it'll be 10% more of 40%. So it'll be 44%. Whereas the CV one, if it hasn't changed, if the CV one hasn't changed, it reduces torpedo protection by 15% flat. So if you have 40% torpedo protection, you now have 25% torpedo protection. It's not 15% of that percentage. It's just straight up subtracting 15% away, or 15 from the number. Isn't that crazy? If it's still like that, that's insane. But that's all like hidden, because they won't tell you that in game. That's so stupid. It's all these gotchas, man, with this company. Survivability expert is now module restoration time, fire extinguishing time, flooding recovery time. Interesting that did they add module restoration time to this? So this is basics of survivability currently, plus module restoration time. That's neat. Okay, AR being more expensive is a good change because everybody took that on every build ever because it was so good. Damage of main battery AP shells, 5%. Fire extinguishing time plus 30, flooding recovery plus 30. You know, see, that's why I wish I had a Shikishima. Because if I had a Shikishima, I would do a build focused on this, and then we'd have over 20,000 alpha. This is a horrible skill. Just so everybody's clear, this is a horrible skill. But be fun to meme around with. Dead Eye. Here we go. Here we go. Increases the accuracy of the main battery if there are no visible hostile ships within the ship's standard detectability radius. Maximum dispersion of main battery shells, 10%. 10. That's a lot, dude. Yamato Legendary mod was nerfed from 11% down to 6? Or 7%? Because it was too powerful, apparently. This is 10%. Like, that's crazy. All you gotta do is snipe. All you gotta do is stay at the back of the map, and you have 10% better accuracy. That's nuts. I have a feeling I'm just gonna be playing some range mod, concealment, stay at the back of the map, battleship builds. That's what the meta will be for battleships in the future here. Because these are useless. These are so useless. Dude, imagine 10% secondary battery reload time costing the same amount as 10% better dispersion. Oh, and your secondaries don't hit anything, by the way. Imagine that being equal. That's crazy. Emergency repair expert, action time of the damage control party. I don't like this. Number of damage control party consumable charges +1. Repair party consumable action time 10%. Number of repair parties. So this is superintendent plus the special module. Or the upgrade for increased duration. So here's the problem. A lot of the time, when you use your damage control, you're using it to put out fires when you're behind an island or you're in cover or you know you've gone dark. So the extra time on your damage control party is only making it take longer to come back up again. A lot of the time, you want to use the consumable and it to instantly go on cooldown so you can have it again. Because the power of damage control is not the immunity time that you get for 10 to 30 seconds. The power is to instantly fix everything on your ship and no longer be taking fire damage or flood damage or whatever. And you want to use that as fast as you can. You don't want anything, you don't want it to last longer for the immunity time because it's going to be more time between the action, the usage of fixing your ship. Okay. Concealment is still 4 points. That's fine. And so is fire prevention. Okay. Let's build a ship. So that is 824 divided by 4, what is that, 8, 2? 19%! 19%. Bro. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Sub 20% hit rate. Wow. All right. All right. 1123 divided by 3706. 30%. That's not bad. See? That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. And to kill 5 conquerors, it was 1555. And Kurfürst, it took 1731. In best case scenario for Kurfürst, it's still lost. It's still lost. I mean, I'm best case as far as the ship we're shooting at. We're still shooting at long range, which is not best case. Best case for GK is at close range. That's best case. But we're giving it a lot of credit, or a lot of help, by giving it conquerors to shoot at. That's crazy. That's crazy. If we were fighting against cruisers or destroyers, it'd be even more pronounced, the difference, right? So, wow, our hit rate was pretty high there. That's kind of crazy. Divided by 2. Oh, that's too small for me to see. I'm gonna go back. 43% accuracy. 43. Dude. Oh, it's so big. That's a huge change. That's a huge change. Wow. Yeah, it's 43% versus 30%. And 11 minutes versus 15 minutes. And this is best case scenario for the new battleships where you're looking to have, where the accuracy won't matter as much against battleships, right? Because accuracy matters more against smaller ships. Or want to push between 2 enemy ships. Oh yeah, secondaries suck on PTS. They're so bad. 30%. Huh. Interesting how current GK has 30% accuracy. New Ohio no, that's crazy. So this here is new Kurfürst. Okay? That's 19% accuracy. All right? Okay? This is new Ohio, 30% accuracy. Okay? This is current Ohio, 43% accuracy. And this is current GK with 30% accuracy. Isn't that crazy how current GK looks the exact same as new Ohio? That's weird, man. That's really weird. And I mean, I think if we tested if you tested Ohio without manual secondaries at all, it would look a lot like this. I would say it would look a lot like this number. I would say it would look a lot. Yeah, more efficient. Yeah, more efficient, dynamic, interesting builds. That's what Wargaming's goal is, by the way. And we had 1146 on this one. Versus... Which is pretty quick, because keep in mind, GK on the other server had like 17 minutes. Right? Oh, it was actually very close. So, Conqueror versus a Conqueror at 10 kilometers, Ohio and GK will kill it in a similar amount of time. That's pretty crazy. And it was 15 minutes for Ohio on the new server, and it was 17 minutes for GK on the new server. Versus 11. Wow. I can't believe it's that big. I was thinking it might be that big, but that is crazy that it's actually that big. Massachusetts will look exactly like Ohio, as far as accuracy is concerned. It'll hit Conqueror at 10 kilometers about 30% of the time, instead of 43% of the time.
Thank you.
Look at that, Henry's running. He's just running. Why? Why are they always running? Always running.
Enemy battleship sighted.
It's so sad. Look at our accuracy against a Henry. Look at it. This is full secondary manual build. Dog day afternoon. Thanks for the bits, man. Oh. That, we just hit him twice with secondaries.
The ship is on fire.
No. No, dude. Oh, right, it's on O. 2! 3 hits. 3 hits. My bad. My bad. 3 hits. You're right.
Sir.
Oh. Yeah, my test was in ideal circumstances. The best circumstance for this Kurfürst at 10 kilometers. We didn't test it close range. Alright, look at these secondaries and how they're not going to hit this Iowa. I'm out of heals already, man. Look at how bad their accuracy is. They're just missing! That's so funny, man. I don't think I can get that angle. Maybe with the back turrets? Nope. This is best case scenario for this thing. By the way.
Main turret critically damaged.
Look at the accuracy, it's still missing. What was that main gun dispersion? Hello? Oh, we're just dead. Triple fire.
The ship is on fire.
Damn, dude. Brutal. So yeah, imagine playing a Kurfürst, dude, in the new update. Yeah, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see what this thing will be like as an AA / long range damage dealer. Alright. We like that. We do like that. So guys, here's what's gonna happen in the new update. You'll be seeing me playing from the back lines in a super boring way. Just spamming HE or AP from a battleship. Because that's how you're supposed to play them.
Enemy battleship sighted. Target penetrated.
Alright. 2 salvos, 64k. That one we did not get a buff for. That did not get the 10% buff because he was in our detection range. Alright. Alright. Mr. Kremlin, long range. Turning out. That dispersion is nasty, dude. Holy crap. Oh, we can't pin his belt, though. Too bad. This guy is only torping me. It's unfortunate. We got it. Damn, look at that dispersion. That is disgusting for long-range dispersion. 5 overfens at 20. We hit half our shells at 24.5 kilometers. Half. And I misaimed. Is that a dead rune? It's so much fun. This ship is so fun, man. And this change is only gonna make it even crazier. Because giving it this kind of accuracy, man, it's like, holy crap, really? I don't want to be on the border, so we'll turn as hard as we can and get off it as soon as we can. Turpits torp the Z! No way! Oh yeah, give me that turn. I can't believe people think this ship is bad. I cannot believe people think this ship is bad, dude. Oh my goodness. It slaps people so hard and so consistently. Oh, I love it. Training in randoms? Kind of. You just practice. I mean, like, there's instances like this where Kremlin is, like, maneuvering at range. He's probably going to turn out. So you just put it here. Look at that accuracy for a second, dude. Look at that accuracy for a second, dude. Oh, it's going to go up here. I didn't expect the full turn. I thought he'd kind of point straight like that. So we'll miss. Look at how many hit there, though. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. So for sniping at battleships, this is going to be great. Everything else, though, this is going to suck. Look at that accuracy. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. Keep in mind, these are going to hit you for 16,000 if they Citadel, and they overmatch 30 millimeters. Oh, we nearly got that kill too. Okay, so we're learning. We're learning what this patch is about. This patch is about sniping. Okay? This patch is about sitting at the back and sniping people. No, Yamato turrets can't keep up anymore. Oh, that sucks, man. That's brutal. That is an awful change. They should have at least made it so Yamato turrets can keep up. And by that I mean if you're in a full turn, look at.
Glad to know there's people out there that see this game as it really be. Thanks PQ and chat.
Gundam, thanks for the Prime, man. 2 months of Prime. Thank you, dude. Very kind. That do be looking kinda accurate.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
That do be looking kinda accurate, I'll be honest.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright. I'm down for this Yamato. If Yamato's actually gonna hit things, I'm down to play Yamato again. I'm down. This might actually get me to play Yamato enough to get it over 1,000 games finally. Poor little GK. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Problem solved, sir.
Bro, I'm just gonna sit next to a CV and I'm gonna snipe every time I play in a battleship, dude. I don't even care. Are people really celebrating both sides? See, that's where I wish they had changed it so that it was an option to go both sides. Because then all the idiots could play with their secondaries on both sides, and they could be happy running around being essentially useless. And I could play my secondaries as effectively as they still were. Look at that dispersion. Holy crap. Look at that! We sniped his nose with 2 out of the 3 shells. That's nasty. That's nasty. Holy crap. Unironically, I want to play Yamato online. I want this change to go through for my Yamato. Look at the damage! Holy crap, you're sniping superstructures from 17 kilometers out. Nice, we didn't actually take a huge hit there. Oh, come on, that was right in this perfect spot.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy destroyer sighted.
This is kind of a crazy battle. I'm down. Whoa, look at him go. Both sides. What a buff. Oh, what a huge buff. It's so good. It's so good. What a buff.
Main turret critically damaged.
Oh, man. That's too bad. How come I never am able to sit it up once? I don't get it. I've been clapped in mine before. 14k to the superstructure. Damn. Why is torpedo protection hits a thing? Oh, it's so sad, man.
Ship is on fire.
How is that Talon still alive, bro? I don't get it. How come I can't Citadel anything? What is this video game? Why am I not allowed to Citadel anything? What?
The ship
I'm
is
getting
on fire.
14k'd through my nose, dude. And a broadside Iowa can't even take that much. What a giant game! Like, why are battleships so trash, bro?
Our team has taken the lead.
Why are they so bad?
Problem solved, sir.
Instantly on fire, by the way.
The ship is on fire.
Oh, there we go. Pity Citadel.
Destroyed an enemy battleship.
We're dead, though. Instant fires, man. Both sides, though, right? Both sides. Wow. Both sides, though. I guess in that situation where I full YOLO'd and didn't care for my life, it was better to shoot from both sides. But in every other situation, when you don't just full YOLO in, it's worse. And nobody ever plays like that. Like, it's so stupid to play like that. Yeah, but only for American premium battleships. True, Schneider. Only for those. Or DDs, sorry. Traverse speed at 1 point? That'll be good on a Shima. Chance to cause flooding, 30%. Okay. Yet to see if that's a percentage based or an absolute value. But... okay, that's normal. That's normal. 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 Damage of main battery AP shells. Wow. 5%, huh? With no drawbacks, by the way. No downsides. That's normal. Torpedo speed +5. No reduction in range, by the way. Huh. It's 5%, not 5 knots. Still, though. That's going to be nasty to deal with. Absolutely disgusting. Demo, but only 1%. That's fine. Main battery reload time, -5. Continuous A, +10. So this is BFT, but only 5% for guns. For the same price. Okay. So a slight nerf, actually. This is a slight nerf to DDs. Torpedo tubes reload time. Was it 10% on the old one as well? On, what was it? Torpedo armament expert. AR is normal. IFHE is 3 points, not 4. So this is a buff to ships like Harugumo that want it. It was 10%? Okay. So that's not changed then. Providence. Number of consumables, +1. Be a shame if battleships were not able to get that, where they could just increase the number of consumables on all their consumables. Wouldn't that be interesting? Die hard. Okay, so this is just normal survivability expert. Dispersion of shells fired by enemies attacking a ship plus 20%. 15 seconds after you've been detected. Wow. If you're a torpedo boat that never wants to be spotted, holy crap. That's nuts. I wonder how that works with radar, because there's a 6-second delay of radar. So is it from when you're first spotted with radar, or is it a per ship basis? Like the radar ship sees you for 15 seconds, then it disappears. But then there's a 6-second delay and then everybody else spots you. So then it would be, for the radar ship, it's the first 15 seconds. But then for everybody else, it would be the 6 to 21 second mark. Will that make sense? Probably not. It's probably just from the initial spot. Concealment's normal. Reduces the main battery reload time after the ship's been detected by the enemy? What? I forgot about this one. Holy crap. So, sure, your ship's detectability range goes up, but 10% buff to reload? What? That's nuts. Okay, so RPF's still there. Main battery reload time +5. Ship speed +8. So this is for kind of for torpedo DDs, I guess? But why would you want to lose DPM to go a little bit faster? Right? Main battery firing range, damage from eggshell explosions. So they're mixing around AFT, BFT type stuff. Or this is basically AFT. Huh. Interesting. So DDs are what? It feels like they're getting a buff overall. So they're getting 2 extra points, and they're getting potentially 5% more reload from the captain, because before it was just 10% from BFT. So if you take the reduction of 5, but you add 10 from this one. So it's, from the captain, you'd get 5% better reload, but 5% worse detect. So for gunboat DDs, they'll just go for that. Okay. I mean, DDs are getting more powerful, but, I mean, not like disgustingly so. Not like it's OP kind of. Not torp boat? Torp boats are. You get just flat 5% torp speed. Flooding. Ships like Shima will love that 15% traverse speed is 1 point only, not 2. There's a lot for gunboat DDs though. You can kind of tell where Wargaming was wanting to go with these, with the DD tree. It was a lot of gunboat. I mean, this is an interesting one for torpedo boats too. So I guess there's kind of both. Distraction is kind of for both. So, or that's for torpedo boats mainly. So I would say there's a good balance here. I don't know. This seems pretty decent to me. Paolo goes 60.3 knots now when in smoke YOLOing. Holy crap, Malta. That's insane. That's nuts. Dang. New gearbox for the Ferrari. Oh, interesting. So battleships are the only ones that get 20% on their essentially expert marksman. That's interesting. Torpedo speed is 1 point here. Okay. So you'd use this, actually you'd probably use this on Yoshino. Right? To get this a little higher. Maybe. Although you'd want the grease the gears still. Pretty standard. Pretty standard. Oh, that's cool. So your last stand is able to be 1 point now. That's cool. So AA aiming expert. Oh, so this is like the 3-point skill for battleships, but it's only 2 points here. Interesting. Spotting aircraft reload time minus 50. Consumable action time minus 50. So you get more spotter planes, but they last less time, but they reload faster. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, DDs have last stand. Yes, they do. Torpedo tubes reload time is only 2 points. Okay. Demolition expert. Damage of main battery HE plus 10. Damage of main battery sap plus 10. Plus 10. What? Oh no. I mean, you get worse concealment. 15% worse concealment, but hey, it seems like huh. It seems like Wargaming has a theme where they want people to sit and camp at the back of the map because they're increasing detectability. They're increasing the amount of HE damage that's being done. It seems like they want everybody to just sit at the back. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you're a Smolensk or a Colbert, you can take this without getting the detectability nerf. That's pretty interesting. Very interesting. Torpedo damage, just straight up 15%. Hold on, what does that look like on a Yoshino? What? I don't care what those are. $24,000 from 20-kilometer torps. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, Sap Venezia. Let's see what Sap Venezia looks. Austin will be nuts too from that, but plus 520. So what was the theoretical alpha? It was like 25,700 when you got all full pens on a non-saturated. So 10% more is pretty decent there. Dang, dude. This is kind of crazy. I guess Demo Expert is plus 1% only. So they're reducing fire chance a little bit, I guess. Because wasn't it 2% before? AR is normal, at least for this PTS thing. Damage of main battery AP shells above 190 millimeters. Wow. No. There's no downside. What? There's no downside. But there's no downside. take 30% more fire and floods to get 5% on a battleship. And a cruiser, for a whole skill point less, gets 7% with no downsides. Okay. Oh, Providence, increased number of consumables. Interesting how battleships don't get this one. Huh. Interesting. Crazy, huh? Spiffy with the prime. Thanks, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Very kind. Continuous AA damage. Damage from AA shell explosions. That's actually pretty nasty. Paired that with this, AA could be decent on cruisers. Like, that's kind of... I mean, that sounds like a lot, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like in practice. Concealment's normal. Ah, so they do keep IFHE. It's just 4 points still. Okay. I was kind of expecting IFHE to be in a third tier skill, but I'm glad they kept it at 4. RPF they still get. Maximum dispersion of main battery shells, -10. What? Improves the ship's characteristics if there are more visible hostile ships than allies within the firing range of your ship's main battery. Whoa. So, if you're kiting a flank and you are basically just running away and your whole team is on the other side of the map and the enemy team's pushing into you, you get 10% better dispersion and 8% faster ship speed. So this won't work if you just play with your team, but if you find yourself on flanks a lot by yourself, this would actually be a pretty solid skill. Secondary battery reload time. Where's the accuracy, though? Where's the range, though? Increases the reload speed of the main battery after an enemy has been spotted within the standard detectability range. Oh, what? What is standard detectability range? Is that just this? 15.8? Wait. So you take no concealment? No way. No way. No way, dude. Whatever. Let's go with that. So you do that. You take your camouflage off. You be an ape like BFK and his Henry. Take your camo off to make sure you have the worst concealment possible. And you're telling me if somebody is spotted within 18 kilometers of my ship, I have an 8% reload buff? Is that real? Dang, that's nuts. That's nuts. 8%'s a lot. Okay. I mean, cruisers are going to be interesting. So, my question, though, is for these concealment things, does it matter taking concealment stuff? Right? So if I'm playing, like, my Thunderer, and I take this skill, and it says within the ship's standard detectability radius, does that mean 12.3, or does that mean the, whatever it would be, 16 or 17 kilometers without any camo or upgrades at all? Because if it's just without upgrades, like if it's that 17 kilometers, this probably isn't very good. But if it works with all those upgrades, that's going to be nutty, because 12.3 is 12.3. Standard means without everything? It'd be nice if they clarified that. Because standard could mean, well, standard is sea detection range, right? Not air or assured detection range or whatever. But it could also mean just the base, no upgrades, no nothing on it. You know? Let's ask them on Discord. I have no access to anybody from Wargaming on Discord. Nobody wants to talk to me from Discord or from Wargaming. I don't know, it's interesting. Interesting changes. These are interesting changes for most classes. I think they nailed it for, well, not nailed it, but I think they did a pretty decent job for DDs and cruisers, I think. I haven't played with any of it yet, but just from looking at it, it seems pretty decent. Not true, actually. I think for cruisers, they missed out on giving them some ability to tank. But they said they wanted to remove that. And they wanted to remove secondary builds from cruisers. So I guess, I don't know. I guess I don't think they did cruisers very well. And DDs? Do I think they did DDs well? I'm trying to convince myself that Wargaming is actually thinking about what they're doing. And I don't think that's the case. AP shell damage might be interesting. What about CVs? CVs, I'll just be upset if I look at CVs. I guess we can for like a quick second. I think the main problem with CVs is going to be wow, minus 15 detect. Dang. Yeah, like reduction of damage from AA explosions is like, that's pretty nuts for ships like an FDR. Secondary firing range and dispersion all in one. So CVs have better secondary skills than battleships because it's all wrapped up into one for 4 points. So you get 5% worse dispersion of secondaries, but you get 3 extra captain points. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. I guess I'm a CV main now, if I ever want to play a secondary build. Anti-torpedo protection negation. Wait, anti-torpedo protection negation. What the heck kind of triple, quadruple negative is that? Oh, man. So the problem with this is apparently this is an absolute value. So if you have 40% torpedo protection on your ship, it goes to 25%. Like, that's nuts. Like, that's actually crazy. That's just survivability expert. Continuous A damage reduction. That doesn't seem like that insane. It's just tankiness. Pyrotechnician. That seems normal. AP rocket damage, AP bomb damage, +5. MVR says hello with 5% extra damage. Wait, will they get above 30k? What are they at right now? 26? 26 something if they hit all of their bombs? Interesting that it costs nothing. Well, it's 3 points, but like there's no downside to it. Interesting how there's no downside. Secondary battery reload time, continuous AA damage, and continued damage from AA shell explosions. Dude, CVs just have it all, man. Like, they got these skills that, like, other classes need to take 2 or 3 skills for, and it's like, oh yeah, we get it all in one. We get all in one skill. Torpedo arming distance minus 10%. Okay, so they can drop it on the beach and still hit you, even if you're docked. Even if you're just like right up next to an island, they're just going to drop it right on the beach right next to you and kill you. I don't know, man. I just think CVs... I don't know. I don't play CVs, so I don't know what like minute details are changing here. I don't know what the current CVs look like, but I mean, taking less damage from AA seems like it just massively counters any skill that buffs AA. Right? Like you take these to counter anybody taking any of the CV skills. This literally just counters out like 7 or 8 skill points from a battleship or cruiser. Right? Like that's pretty massive. Like, wow, you know? I think it's just gonna promote a campy meta, like even more campy meta. That's really what I think. I really, really think that it's gonna be just even more campy. That's so sad. Oh, I didn't leave that one. Oh, he's not turning in. Bad at aiming with Khaba, dude. I think it just reloads every 2 seconds. Hello from France. What's up, man? Welcome here. Oops. Look at our reload. 3.6? Is that right? Is that real? 3.7, I think I saw? That reload's nasty. Holy crap. And because this ship's been buffed, we literally don't care about a Vermont. This cheeseburger can do nothing to us. You know, and you might think like, oh, you're just going to shatter a lot, but this guy's got a huge superstructure. .7's pretty nasty, I'll be honest. Yeah, I think pushing in at all is like a gigantic mistake in the new update.
Engine boost activated.
Like if this change is actually going through, man, like pushing in is, I think, the dumbest thing you could possibly do. I think. Yeah, even more than currently. It's already a really bad idea to push in. It's a really, really bad idea. But like, I mean, there's just subtle buffs here and there for cruisers and DDs, and obviously CVs as well, that make me think, it just makes me think there's just no point in pushing in. And then with the commander skills of battleships changing to be in favor of camping at long range, because you get dispersion buffs, you know? It makes me think, why would I ever push in if I'm being rewarded for playing at the back and punished for pushing in, right? It's so weird that they want to promote a diverse game, like diverse play styles of different, like, of ships, and it's like, hold on a second, is that really what you're doing? Doesn't seem like that's what they're doing. I think if you can get a Thunderer right now before it leaves, you should do it. That's what I think. There's no point in getting a Georgia that's going to be nerfed like crazy for its secondaries. I mean, it's not going to be bad. Like, the American premium secondary battleships won't be bad. They're just not going to be as good as they are now. Like, secondaries are already such a bad choice for most people. Like, most people in my clan never play battleships. Or they rarely play battleships, and if they do, they're never playing a secondary battleship. For the most part. You know? Because they're just... Like, why would you put yourself at that kind of a disadvantage? Right? To lead more. I don't like having a static crosshair. I really don't. I've gotten too used to having a dynamic one. Alright. I think I'm done, guys. I'm gonna go get some food. That was a long stream for me. 4.5 hours. I hope everybody had a good time. I'm a little sad. A little sad. A little sad, I'll be honest. But what can I do? Absolutely nothing. Not my game. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a good night.